Hello, Dr. Shoots here. As you can see behind me, we've got something a little different than what I usually build. Now, this build did hit build limit, even though when I just kind of look at it, it just doesn't seem like it would, but I guess I did. So there's some things that are missing from... I normally try to have a shield and weapons on the vessel, but I opted out of doing any of that and just focused on just aesthetics. And there's a few extra things I wanted to add, but I went ahead and just left them alone. I kept everything that I guess I just chose over everything else. And looking now, I just realized I could have removed the two gun mounts on the front. And oh well. Anyways, excuse me. Let's go ahead and get in first person. So she's a little wide up front. I think I'm going to make this video and kind of look around and go through the ship, and then I will break the ship down and kind of show you piece by piece and talk as I put it back together. And let's take a look at it from the side. This is the rear end. Got 4 of those engines, and I chose to kind of have one further back than the other, just to kind of give it some character. And I wanted to move it over to where it's closer in. That's just the design that I ended up with. What I started off with on this ship was, lately I've kind of lost my, I guess, creative thinking. I just kind of just haven't had... See, I wanted to put a Deimos cap here. It looks like this. I was thinking about putting one here and blend it in with that rail, whatever that's called, that rail brace thing. But go back to what I was saying. I purchased a bunch of HopeTech tunnels and HopeTech braces. There they are up front. And I was just wanting to kind of just play around with them and just put them together and come up with things. I've come up with like 3 different ships that just kind of didn't set with me, and I ended up just starting from the beginning. And so then I just kind of had this idea, what if we made it all kind of like business up front, like we have most of the majority of the ship up front. Most of the ship up front, and sorry if I'm repeating myself, I just started recording again. And have it kind of run back to make up the rest of the ship like a big spine of some... I don't know what to call it, but I have 3 habs back here. Like 3 1x2s. I got 2 1x1s in there, and then I went ahead and connected I wanted this up front, but the way my build was going, I wasn't able to put it up front without doing some major changes. So I went ahead and said, you know what, heck with it. Put it in the back, and that allows the player to kind of just enjoy the view of the shape of the ship. You just kind of walk through and just kind of get, I don't know, I like the being able to see all the detail, and these are pretty large ships in here that when you're building them they just don't really look that big, but when you walk up to them,
please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am.
Alright, we're gonna board.
Right, Captain.
I'm gonna walk you through the 3 habs in the back, and then we'll walk through the Hotech tunnel up front. So we have the workshop, and this is a Hotech workshop. The other side is also a Hotech infirmary.
Do you need something?
No, I'm good, thanks. And then up top, this will be the tunnels. And then one up higher, I chose to have, like, this is a multi-purpose ship, so I wanted to have the brig, like, cell. Wait, what? Oh, I did not know you had to do that. Oh. I don't remember. I've opened the door. Oops. I've opened this door before, but I didn't know I had to get in on the computer. I forgot. Alright. Long tunnel. This should go straight up to the cockpit, and this is the docker up front. And then down here, oops. And here you'll go into a computer core, I believe. And then all in one. These are Nova Galactic habs.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
This is a captain's quarters, Nova Galactic. And I went ahead and just added the armory back here, because I knew I was connecting to the front of it, and I like connecting to the front of the armory because you walk into this room with the 2 mannequins, and so it kind of looks like a proper entrance. Even though, don't use the mannequins, at least not until we know for sure that they work. I've lost in one of my games, or one of my saves, I lost my Starborn outfit because I wanted to try a new suit on, and so I put it on there, and guess what? It just disappeared. I don't remember if I went over here to this side. Oh, I did. Yeah, this is the captain quarters. And then we can get in the cockpit and take off. This is a very small cockpit. I just chose it for its shape. It looks, it's got the shape of it with the slant. Honestly, I wish I could use this cockpit to make a ship that looks like those sand runners on Star Wars. It looks like a tank, and I do not remember what those little guys are called, but they kind of are using them. They, in a way, stole them, but they were kind of left there to just rot, so it doesn't really matter. And it's just a movie. I don't know. Alright. Let's take off.
Engine's ready. Waiting on your word, Captain. Engine's ready. Waiting on your word, Captain.
So I used 3 of those Hope Tech landing gears, the really small landing gear that kind of just lowers down from the back. I used 3 of those. Here, let's get in the sunlight. You know what? We're already at the bottom. There we go. Right. Use 3 of those landing legs on the back. Yes, I did kind of blend one in, because if I didn't have that Deimos part there, it just didn't look right. So from a distance, it looks fine, but we'll just not look at it. Ignore that's there. But I enjoyed building this one after I started getting some shape to it. And the first thing that came to mind when I was looking at the ship, for some reason, I was thinking about black, dark colors, yellow, and I added some green and silver for highlight. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks okay to me right now, but I'm not sure how it comes out to y'all. If y'all like that or not. Alright, let's flip. So I added some green here and there on those fuel tanks in the far rear end, on the whole top tail. I think it's. I'm bad with names. the on the rear end of the ship, the center section, I highlighted that green. The cab. And the Nova Galactic parts. Now these Deimos spines I have on either side, I made them that way so I can rest rocket launchers in front of that lip where it's risen. And so I figured it would, with the guns there, it would look okay, it'll look good if I filled all that in. But I ended up not using any weapons because I can't fit them on the ship. So now just looking at them kind of bugs me without guns there. I don't know if I want to change that. I probably won't, because I just kind of built this ship, had a little fun making it, and I don't plan on really keeping it. I just build it for fun. Try to inspire me to do something different next time. And I figured, you know what, I completed this ship, basically. It's not too bad, so I'm going to go ahead and record it and show y'all. And I kind of like the, I kind of like the separation here. We've got a really skinny section that goes to the center of the ship, and most of the mass is connected to the front of the ship, and the neck kind of just comes down and then has its own little section in the rear end. It's different. I kind of I don't know, enjoyed building it. It's neat. It's different for me. And let's go ahead and take it back to the build menu, and for y'all it'll take just a few seconds, but for me it's going to be a good minute to break it down. Alright, here we are. I've got it in 3 sections to where it's all habs and cockpit in the middle, and then I have all the miscellaneous structure pieces and cargo on this side. I didn't really try to make this ship carry a lot. I was just using these for aesthetics and how many legs I had to add on the ship. I didn't feel like actually going through and adding more cargo, because I would have to add more legs, and the legs that I have on the ship are kind of in the place that I want them to be. And I don't know, I just left it the way it was. And then on this side we have the reactor, your gav, fuel, and engines, and the docker. So if you start, let's start up front here. I placed a 1x1 stacked. These are Deimos 1x1s with 2 of them stacked on top of each other, and then I chose to use a Nova Galactic 1x1 on top of those 2. And then on the center one up front, I put another Deimos 1x1 and connected the Overseer Hope Tech bridge, or yeah, it is called a bridge. The bridge cockpit on the very front section like that. And then, didn't mean to do that. How do I? Oh yeah, okay. And then on the very bottom 1x1 and the top 1x1, I put these cross bracers to go to their own individual hab. And for the, I guess the left side top, I chose the captain's quarters, and the left side bottom I chose the galactic control station, and on the right side, all in one on bottom and the armory on top. And then I put 1, 2, 3, 4 Hope Tech spine tunnels to the rear to a 1x1 Deimos, with another 1x1 Deimos on the bottom of that one. And then on the top of these 2 1x1s, I put a Teo armory. Not really for the armory, but for the brig. And then on the, what is this? The left side, I put a workshop, and the right side I put an infirmary. Of course, these hab placements, they really can be whatever you want them to be. It does not matter. And of course, if you do choose to build this ship, you can change it in any way, shape, form you want. I'm just here for viewing pleasure and having fun playing this game. So after I made this, I changed this like many different times, but I never left this idea of having the front section kind of fan out like this. The rear end, I was doing different iterations, and I finally came up with this shape, because after I doctor it up, it kind of fills it in correctly, and it looks the way my mind was trying to picture it. And let's go ahead and start slapping on parts. To get the front end out of the way, let's go ahead and throw the docker right on the front. And then I go ahead and fill in the rear end. Start top, place this cowling here. Go ahead and throw in your gav drive. We'll wait on the fuel tank so I can flip those. You did not go where I wanted you to. Thank you. Now these shielded cargo. When you paint the ship, if you want the color to stay this bronze, you want to deselect those when you select the whole ship for painting. So deselect these if you want them to stay this I guess original stock color, because if you don't, they will change color and they won't look like they'll sometimes some colors will still look metallic, but for me it just messes it up. It don't look as good. I like that bronze color anyway. Now to finish rounding this section off and of course filling it in and blocking all that off, I choose these Nova cowlings. I'm putting these in first. I don't think it really matters. Because these and though both of them can flip, but this other piece that I'm filling in with is this Hope Tech cap. And what I do is I just kind of put it in here, flip once, flip back, and then press B. I'm on an Xbox, by the way. I'm not sure what the controls are for the PC, but it's basically the same concept. You're going to flip it to one orientation, flip it back to what you want, and then back out. And then she stays. Like I'm afraid to click on it. No, yeah, it's fine. I can just click on this, and it's connected. It's good. Let's go ahead and add the other side in. Oh, wait. I forgot to add those pieces in. But like I said earlier, I don't think it matters. And I'm about to show you why. Because I can just throw this in there. Oh no, it's red, but flip it, press B. Boom, it's in. Let's go ahead and do that again. Let's put this in first. Now put this in. Oh no, it's red. Flip. Oh, I did not press flip. My bad, guys. Excuse me. Alright, now this time I'm going to flip it by pressing Y, and then press Y again, press B, and then she's in there. Let's go ahead and add these. These are called Hope Tech Nose B. Add that there. And then what are these? Hope Tech Nose B Aft. I hope I'm not going too fast for y'all. I just, as I'm going, I'm recording my voice and the Xbox 4 minutes at a time, and I'm going to clip these all together. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I just get ahead of myself, and I probably go too fast. If I am, please let me know in the comments, and I'll take that in consideration. Alright, so I set these, they're just one hat or one block, one placement off from each other. Looks kind of neat. And then I take this, go ahead and, it wants to snap in, but it won't go because of the landing leg. Just flip it, and then press B, she'll stay. Now for these, I do not want to put this in yet. I want to put this in first. That's because this piece cannot flip. So I have to put it in first. Then I'll put this piece in because it has the ability to flip. And then I can press B and it'll stay. Let's go ahead and check on that. She's in there. The rest of these pieces I can do. Stuff like this I can go quickly because you can see what I'm doing and what piece it is. These are Deimos Skeg B, if I'm saying that correctly. Alright, let's bump up. This piece I'm going to put in. Oh, both of these pieces that are blended in together, they can both flip, so it doesn't matter which one you put in first. Oops. There we go. It doesn't want to go. Flip, flip, B. Now this, it did not stick. It's just floating in there. So how do you make it stick? You can select the whole vessel, and then look, it just attached. Now press A to accept, and it's in there. It's good. Now we can just throw the rest of these on. These are, by the way, these are Hope Tech pipes A. Mid? Yeah. I'm not sure. What is it? What is it if I change it? If I press... Okay, so B, the pipes go and connect in the center. A, the pipes just go straight across. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Alright. One more. And it doesn't matter because that other piece that's blended in there can flip. So what we're going to do to be able to have something for this to connect to, we need this piece, so I need this piece there first. Because this piece can connect to the whole ship. This piece connects to the back of that other, of this Nova cowling. And then now this, Deimos Skag A aft, clips underneath there. And then I got to flip it, press B. And she stays. Alright. Now, I wonder if I can lazily click all these and just attach them all at once. Will this work? Looks like it works. We can clip that in. I have some blended in parts right here. So let me go ahead and show you that front section. Go ahead, I'm going to take this Deimos bumper, stick her in there. I want to take this piece, stick it in there. Now just take this, and now you're trying to just get it close. You don't have to be perfect, it just needs to be close. Do the flip glitch, press B to back out. It is not connected, so you got to select the whole ship. Select it, now it's connected. You can press A to accept that connection, and she's in there. Then we will just bring all of these over at once. So I'm not doing repeated connections. Alright, so we've got the whole rear and the center section complete. Let's go ahead and finish off the front center. I add this right there. Come on. There we go. Kind of gives the a smooth look to the front, so it's not blocky. And I really enjoyed putting these legs facing towards the inside of the ship. I just thought that looked pretty neat. Let's go ahead and start with this piece. These are called Teo end caps. Port. They only face this direction. They can be flipped from left to right, but not rear or not forward to what is it called? Aft. I wanted to add these like braces down the center, and I tried to do something that just kind of gives character, looks neat. This cannot be connected yet because this is the only piece that can flip. And this piece, this Hope Tech Riser B, goes in right there. And then I place this in here, do a little bit of flip, select the ship, snap it in, and then this is what I came up with. I went with this aesthetic of industrial for this ship, and I think that kind of fits the bill. Oops, I meant to click this right here. There we go. there's a few things that bother me, like after the ship is all connected, these pieces do look like they're kind of just hanging in there a little bit, and they're flat, blunt right on the back side, and I don't know. I try my best to smooth all corners that I can, but I mean, we are messing with Bethesda building pieces. Can't always get what we want. And when it's all said and done, there's enough detail in the ship to kind of pull your eyes away from things like that. So this is a Deimos Spine A. I'll put that up front top. And I kind of use this, and I had the skinny part facing the rear to break up the difference between the big piece and the shorter piece. And I thought this would be fine because I was planning on putting missile launchers right here, and they'll take up that difference in height away. But after I'm done setting all these pieces, I won't have enough room to be able to fit any more pieces. The game will tell me that I've reached the limit. There's two pieces up front here that weapon mounts that I'm not going to put back on the ship, so that frees up two spaces, but I think I might add something on the bottom of the ship. This is a filler. I like the shape of it, how it lines up with that. It almost lines up with the Nova Galactic hab, and the kind of metallic, not metallic, but just the design, the shape of the back. It just gives some details, some shape. It's not boring. Or just... Alright, let's go ahead and... No, let's just go ahead and move to the legs. Now these I gotta duplicate more than one inside of themselves to be able to meet the requirements of the weight of the ship. But that's a whole rear end and one side almost done. I gotta do the engines and stuff. We'll do that last. Alright. Let's move these end caps over. You know what? I could have just highlighted everything and just kind of move it all over at once. You already seen me do it once already. Just magic. Poof. There we go. Alright. Let's move these engines in place. Now these engines are called the Amun Doom X300. With 4 of them, you can actually carry quite a bit of weight. They're not as good. They're not as good as the SAL 6830s when it comes to carrying capacity, but they're not far from it. This is the last flip glitch. You just flip it back, click your ship, make sure it's connected. Okay. Snap it in, flip, flip, back out, select the whole ship, click A to make sure it is connected. So another thing, if something's not connected, you can always select the whole ship and just move it out of the way to find what part isn't connected. That is it. Now I think we're going to go in and add a part on the bottom. So I'm going to copy and paste. I want that there. I think that fills it in so it's not just a flat wall. Yeah, it's in there. It's good. Okay. That leaves one more thing I could add, but we're not going to worry about it. And that's it. I kind of like how there's hollowed sections of emptiness within the ship. It kind of, while you're looking at it, you can see through it and see, I guess, more details. I like that, I guess, because I keep doing that to certain builds that I make. Honestly, most of the builds I make are very smooth, sleek, like that. I can't remember the names of all the ships I make, but I use that Nova Galactic cab. Oh yeah, I forgot, guys. You got to duplicate these legs. So how you do that is I duplicate it. It lets me place it. I select the whole ship, and then it connects. Do it with each one of them. Oops, I messed up. And then I need to do it one more time, I think. Yeah, alright, now she's done. Alright, cool. Alright, that's it. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to keep the camera still and just slowly move around it. So there's only one more thing that okay, so there's only one thing that I added, and I deleted the 2 gun mounts up front since we're not adding any guns to this. And right now, the way it sets, you can only fit one more item on the ship. I guess I could show you that. Oh, oops. Like, I can duplicate this, but if I did it one more time, this action would exceed the module limit, so I can't go any more than just one more item. Accept. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope that maybe I gave y'all some cool ideas so I can build a neat ship of your own. Or copy this one. It really doesn't matter. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Farewell, and God bless.